Next on Westmoreland Saturday morning, it's Heritage Happenings brought to you by St. Vincent College here on 98.7 Westmoreland Gold, 1480 WCNS, and westmorelandgold.net.
Greetings, Westmoreland County. My name is Jessica Petrovich, and I am your Discover Westmoreland Director and host of Heritage Happenings here on 98.7 Westmoreland Gold, 1480 WCNS, and westmorelandgold.net, sponsored by St. Vincent College. Heritage Happenings is also available as a podcast on all of your favorite streaming services. Please check out Westmoreland Heritage at westmorelandheritage.org and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for updates on cultural and historical events throughout Westmoreland County. We have a marvelous show planned for you today. We will be joined by guests from the Westmoreland Cultural Trust, Westmoreland Historical Society, and Latrobe Art Center. Our first guest, Jennifer Benford, Director of Marketing and Development at Westmoreland Cultural Trust, is here with us this morning in person. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us on today's show.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is the first person that I have had physically in person in the studio since 2020, so Jen and I are very excited to talk, and we won't have to psychically read each other through the phone anymore, so this is really nice. And of course, there's a whole summer of great entertainment lined up for folks, thanks to the Westmoreland Cultural Trust. So Jennifer, if you want to spend some time, take us through the highlights of upcoming shows, details for tickets, events, tell us all about this summer.
Sure. We have a lot of things planned, starting with a multitude of shows coming up for the Palace Theater, and then later on we can talk about the TGIS free concert series up at Greensburg Garden Civic Center. Yeah. So that'll be starting the beginning of June. But for the Palace, we have a ton of shows lined up, including tomorrow we'll have the Spinners with the Fifth Dimension, so some doo-wop, and that's on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Following that, the next week on Sunday, we have Piano Men. It's a father and son group, and they'll be playing songs of Elton John and Billy Joel.
Oh,
so
nice.
That'll be pretty exciting. Trace Atkin comes back June 6th, and he's always a favorite. He's been coming to the Palace Theater for a long time now. He's always a good turnout at his performances. June 8th, we have Fleetwood Mac Mania. June 9th, which is a Thursday, is What a Night, and it's kind of a mix between Jersey Boys meets Mamma Mia.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's the music of ABBA and Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So that'll be a good night of entertainment. June 15th, we'll have a show for all those 80s hair metal fans. We have Tom Kiefer with LA Guns. His new band's called Sonic Slam, and they'll be performing with Faster Pussycat. And then we have a children's performance June 16th called Blippi, the musical.
Oh, very nice.
There's a photo option with that, too. So if you're getting tickets for that, you'll want to look and see if you can add on the photo option and get some pictures.
Oh, special memories for the whole family. That's
Exactly.
really nice. And also, all these shows that you've mentioned so far, they're just very summer-friendly shows. They're ones that you really, can get into and get into the spirit of summer and having fun and being entertained. I love the lineup of all the Palace shows.
And then June 19th, we have George Thorogood and the Destroyers. He was here, well, it was probably 2019.
Wow, yeah. It feels like just yesterday.
And then we get into our July shows. We have the Psychedelic Furs. We have Hanson coming. Those tickets are going pretty quick. So if you want to see Hanson, I would advise getting your tickets now.
Excellent.
Happy Together will be coming back. They were our first show when we came back from COVID.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah, so they're back again. We have Scotty McCreery, Ted Nugent, Hotel California, which is a Eagles tribute band. That's in September. So we have a full lineup. And even going into fall, we have guitar legends, country, music, rock. We have Disney Junior live on tour.
Oh, I just saw that one advertised online. That
just
looks like
went
a good
on
show.
sale.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good family event in the fall. And we have a couple other ones that I just got notice about, but I can't say. But you want to keep an eye on the website, which is thepalacetheater.org. We'll be announcing those in the next couple weeks.
Oh, nice. A little teaser for shows to come. And Jennifer, so remind me, thepalacetheater.org.
Yes.
Go there to get tickets and details for the events. Is there a phone number that folks can call to?
Yes, it's 724-836-8000.
Excellent. Okay, so that's all of the wonderful upcoming concerts, and those were all at the Palace, right?
Yes.
Okay, so these are all at the Palace Theater, and of course we have the concerts that are free coming up on Thursdays in the summer. Any other special events like that one that you can tell us about?
Well, TGIS will start June 2nd. We'll go 12 weeks. It's every Thursday. We start at 5 o'clock. There's food and beverages. We'll have 2 food trucks each week, and they kind of will switch out each week. So we'll have elegant catering there, but then each week we'll have another different food truck. So you want to, if nothing else, you want to come and eat.
And now, so you mentioned too, this is now at the Greensburg Garden Civic Center.
Yes.
In that space. Oh, that's really nice, and that probably affords more space than the places that you've had before. That's a really nice change. I like that a lot.
Yes, it used to be in the courtyard, and we've kind of outgrown that area. It was getting pretty crowded, and now we're at the garden center on the lawn. So you want to bring a lawn chair, but you can space out and really just enjoy the evening with your friends. Bring as many friends as you can or want in lawn chairs, and just sit and relax and hear some good music. We'll have some returning bands that have been there before, like the Bricks. They're always popular. Hamilton Avenue, Woods Family Band, Gary Pratt, and then we have some new bands that have not performed before.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, the first performer, Josh Jams, on June 2nd is a one-man jam band. So he's by himself, and he kind of plays songs by audience participation. So he doesn't have a set scheduled. He just goes off of audience participation. So yeah.
Oh, nice. And so all of these are free, right?
Yes.
Free to attend. This is a perfect way to enjoy the summer, to get outdoors, and really it's nice to use that space because the lawn is magnificent at large, and you can fit a ton of lawn chairs there, and if you have kids, they can run around and have fun, and you won't have to worry about them running into the street at all. So
parking's free.
Yes, parking's free. Good way to spend your Thursday nights in the summer, and those start at 5 p.m. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, 5 o'clock for those. Any other special events from the Cultural Trust?
We will, the end of August, we will have our Greensburg Music Fest. We're still finalizing some details now, but you'll want to check the website, westmorelandculturaltrust.org, for details on that. And we'll also have information at TGIS. We have recently just expanded some art in the alley installations. We have 4 new pieces of art that we put in, and I'm so excited about these. They're beautiful.
I think one I saw on Facebook, was it an owl? Was that one of the new ones? Okay, it looks beautiful. Michael
Riggs is a local welder, and he has another piece in the alley, but he made this beautiful owl that's on the side of the building, the Palace Theater building. So you can see that walking in on the left. And then last week we just installed 2 pieces by Zachary Rudder, and they're kind of like a pop art style art, and they are the courthouse and the Palace Theater. They're pictures of the courthouse. Yeah. So those just went in this week. You'll want to check our social media. We've done some interviews with him to talk about the process. Oh, nice. He'll be posting some YouTube videos on how it came to be and the whole process of painting them. He actually painted one of them live during Arts Walk a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow, that's special. And I love Art in the Alley because every time you walk through, there's something new to look at. And Jen, we're already out of time, so thank you so much for joining in person. This is so exciting. Thank you for your time.
Sure, it's nice seeing you again.
Yes. So please check out the Westmoreland Cultural Trust. You can find shows at thepalacetheater.org, and be sure to follow all of their social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This is Heritage Happenings, the show with the latest information on Westmoreland County cultural and historical events and organizations. I'm Jessica Petrovich. Thanks to our sponsor, St. Vincent College, for supporting our show today. Our next guest, Lisa Hayes, Executive Director, is on call with us from the Westmoreland Historical Society. Lisa, thank you so much for calling in today.
It's my pleasure.
All right. We heard about all the fantastic events coming up with the Westmoreland Cultural Trust this summer. So now we're going to pivot for our history lovers. So what great events does the Westmoreland Historical Society have coming up this summer for folks to enjoy?
Well, first, let's talk about the wonderful events that we do at Historic Hannistown. A Revolutionary War period settlement that was on the frontier of Pennsylvania at the time. So Wednesday through Sunday this summer, we're offering guided tours. It's a great thing to do with family and house guests. It's educational, but it's also entertaining and very informative, so it's just a good thing to do. But our regular signature event is Frontier Court, which is June 18th and 19th. This festival invites you to be a witness to history. So we invite people to join us for sessions of court heard at Hannistown from 1773 to 1786. For those who don't know, Hannistown was the site of the first English courts west of the Allegheny Mountains. Nobody else can say that. So for that reason, we really like it. It is. We claim it. It's ours.
Yes.
And for that reason, we like to celebrate how we're unique, and certainly the court cases are a unique opportunity for us. But we also have military encampments from the Revolutionary War period, reenactments, living history demonstrations, activities for the children, and live music. So we really try to recreate the festival atmosphere that was typical of court in the 18th century. It was a chance where people got together who might have lived in farms miles away, but they came to town for the court session. So there was very much a festival atmosphere at that point. But also on Independence Day, we offer free admission, and I think it's just a perfect opportunity to celebrate the 4th of July at a Revolutionary War period site.
Yes.
But we will also have some special activities with the militia reenactments, 18th century militia, of course, and living history demonstrations. But we also read the Declaration of Independence, and it's interesting how stirring that can be, how attentive the audience is, and the readers seem to really appreciate the importance of those words. So it's just a nice patriotic thing to do on the 4th of July.
And I feel like, especially the space of Hannistown, it allows people to be transported in time. If you've never been, I mean, it's just a spectacularly well-done restoration of some of these time period, gardens and cabins. And the Education Center, of course, brings that beautiful 21st century architecture in. Hannistown is just a very special place to have events like this. So if you have never been, make sure you go.
Well, I appreciate you saying that because, during COVID, when so many things were shut down and people weren't traveling, we spent the time reconstructing a couple log buildings on site and beefing up the gardens to reflect an 18th century environment.
Yes.
So, now we want to show it off.
Yes,
so
now is the time to visit and see.
That.
Yes, oh, I love it.
Absolutely. So, and we also have summer camp coming up on July 18th through the 22nd, and that's for children 6 to 12. So it's week long from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it's just, fun activity for the kids. And we want kids at a young age to learn to appreciate history.
Yes.
History is not boring, it's stories, and we like to celebrate those stories.
And so this is a really nice transition here, too, because I want to ask you if there are any new or special events that visitors would want to check out this year. And do you still have the Penn's Woods exhibition up through the summer? Yes,
we do, and it is free now, thanks to a grant we got through the PNC Charitable Trust.
Oh, how wonderful.
So visits to the exhibit are free, and also it won a Special Achievement Award from Pennsylvania Museum. So we're very proud of that.
And Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about that exhibition for those who may not have gone?
Well, it has a lot of tools and images of how the woods of Pennsylvania have affected our lives, our work lives, our home lives, and our standard of living, and just our quality of life. So a lot of things were borrowed from a very avid collector, Bob Kendra, and it's just a marvelous explanation of the trades and tools of the time and how they affected our lives.
So there is a lot to see and do at Hannistown this summer, very, very clearly explained by Lisa here. And Lisa, is there anything else that you'd like to share from the Westmoreland Historical Society and Historic Hannistown?
There is. We are debuting a brand new event for us, and it's a military timeline on July 30th and 31st. So we'll have representation from the French and Indian War up through at least World War II, and we are working on the Vietnam War and later. So each war period will have its own area with displays and some living history presentations and reenactments. So we're looking forward to that. I'm happy from an educational point of view to put these wars in context rather than just look at them one at a time. And I think there's a flow to history that a timeline like this can reveal.
Well, how special, because you can cover 200 years of history in one weekend. That's really spectacular.
It is, and fortunately we have the space to do it.
Yes.
Historic Hannahstown is a county park of about 182 acres. So we have the room to give each of those wars their own space.
Lisa, thank you so much for your time this morning. Anything else to share before we go?
Well, you alluded to it with the gardens and so forth, that we have a new dye garden and upgrades to the textile exhibit and a new brochure about the dye garden. So we're excited about, how our ancestors used our native plants. And
by dye gardens, you're talking about actually using the colors from those plants, right?
Yes, I guess I should clarify the DYE garden.
The DYE garden. That's what I figured, but you never know.
Yeah, I want to make it clear.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for your time this morning. So much is always going on at Historic Hannahstown and the Westmoreland Historical Society. I appreciate it.
Well, we love our history and we love to talk about it.
Well, please check out the Westmoreland Historical Society at westmorelandhistory.org. You can also find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Be sure to check out all of their amazing upcoming summer events for all ages, including the brand new military timeline, July 30th and 31st. This is Heritage Happenings, the show with the latest information on Westmoreland County cultural and historical events and organizations. I'm Jessica Petrovich. Thanks to our sponsor, St. Vincent College, for supporting our show today. Our final guest, Michael Toussey, Executive Director of the Latrobe Art Center, is in person with us this morning. Michael, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here.
Me too. Another in-person interview. This is great. So we're wrapping up this episode of Summer Fun by talking about some of the wonderful events that you have planned at Latrobe Art Center. We've heard from the Cultural Trust and from the Historical Society. So if you could share some of these events and how to attend with our listeners.
Yeah, absolutely. This summer we do have quite a lot going on at Latrobe Art Center, including an event that's happening today at 3 o'clock at the Art Center. It's part of our Week of Kindness event that started this past Monday, May 16th, and then ends on this coming Monday, May 23rd, which is also Pennsylvania's designated Day of Kindness, which is 143 Day. Commemorating the legacy of Fred Rogers. But anyway, this event that we have today is part of our Week of Kindness event, but also celebrates the closing of a really special Fred Rogers themed exhibit we have going on at the Art Center right now, which was curated by the student scholars from the Fred Rogers Center at St. Vincent College. So this event, like I said, is happening today at the Art Center from 3 to 5, and I definitely encourage people to come out and support the students from the Fred Rogers Center, and also check out this really cool exhibit before it comes down officially. After this, like I said, our Week of Kindness will be wrapping up on Monday the 23rd, and then we get into summer camp season at the Art Center. So we have lots of summer camps. We have a couple that are starting in June. We have a couple in July and one in August. We have 2 camps this year for students in grades 1 through 4. We have an art camp for ages 4 to 6, and we also have another art camp as well for students in grades 5 through 8. So definitely check those out on our website and sign up. We're trying to also include some little special surprises in a couple of our camps this year, so it should be a really nice time.
Now, those art camps, are they like a week long, 1 day, 2 days? How does that work with each of the age levels?
So for the both sets of the older students, they're 3 days long.
Nice.
And then they're typically about 2.5 to 3 hours each of those 3 days, so not very long. And then our camp for the younger kids who are ages 4 to 6, though that camp is only 2 days long, and it's a slightly less time frame as well.
Excellent. And of course, beyond art camps, we have some fun for the adults too. I'm sure you'll talk about some of
Absolutely.
those too.
Absolutely. Well, in addition to the art camps, we have our annual open show, which is always exciting. We end up getting a lot of different submissions to that show. That show is open to any artists of any age and any skill level, basically in Westmoreland County or beyond, that want to have the chance to display their work. So that show runs from June 1st through the 30th, and we will have an opening reception with some light bites and some refreshments on Thursday, June 2nd from 5 to 7 p.m. That's also when we'll have our little award ceremony for the artists who are given an award.
Oh, so you can win awards too from the show. Oh, that's exciting.
And we have lots of different divisions in this particular show, just to account for the different age demographic and skill levels of artists that participate. So we have our general open division, which is more for like the seasoned artists who have maybe participated and won an award at a different show in the past or something like that. We have an amateur artist division, which is for adults who are sort of newer artists or maybe have been really trying to participate in things and haven't won anything yet. So they would be considered, or they would be put into that division. And then we have a college division, the high school, kind of junior high division, and then a youth division for all the kids.
So you really
younger.
accept all age levels.
Yeah, all age levels. All age levels.
And how can someone go about submitting for the show? Do they go to the website? What's the process?
Yeah, absolutely. Like everything else we offer at the Art Center, all they have to do is visit our website. We have a special tab for the open show where the form is on the site, and they just fill out that form with the pieces they'd like to submit, and that's pretty much it.
That is so easy, and that site is latrobeartcenter.org. You can find information about the summer camps, about the shows, about the Week of Kindness that's ending soon, and that special closing exhibition from the scholars at St. Vincent College's Fred Rogers Center. And Michael, unless you had other events to talk about, I'd love to ask you about a highlight of the summer in Mr. Rogers' Family Days in downtown Latrobe. So the Art Center is heavily involved in this. Now it's a week-long event. How can folks enjoy Mr. Rogers' Family Days in downtown Latrobe?
So this year we are very, very excited to be bringing back, of course, Mr. Rogers' Family Days like we do every year. Last year was actually the first year we tried doing it or spreading it out over a week, just to allow people to kind of space themselves out more, of course, being mindful of the pandemic. But this year, because we received so much positive feedback from that, from that setup, we decided to do it again, have it a week long, but we are definitely cramming even more activities and fun into this week that we have. So the week kicks off on Monday, June 6th, and it's kind of all throughout the downtown Latrobe area. The Art Center, as you said, Jessica, the Art Center is it plays a really big role in the coordination of this event, but it's certainly a citywide and community-wide effort where we have dozens of local businesses and organizations that work together to make this possible.
So really we'll emphasize this is truly a community Latrobe event in which members of the greater Westmoreland County community are welcome to visit and participate in all of these fun things.
100%. So on Monday we kick off with some activities. We do have a variety of activities this year that are all week long, and then also individual days scheduled or daily scheduled activities.
Excellent.
So some of the week-long activities we have include a Daniel Tiger storybook walk, our Mr. Rogers quotation quest that we're bringing back this year for adults. Those quotes will be kind of hidden all throughout downtown merchants and small businesses. We have lots of other things, a selfie garden again, some other sidewalk fun. We have a couple of Fred Rogers special exhibits at the Historical Society, or at the Latrobe Historical Society and at the Art Center. And also we're kicking off a Latrobe Restaurant Week, which is being coordinated by the Chamber of Commerce.
Is this the same week?
Yes.
That is so perfect.
Exact same week.
Excellent.
And that includes some restaurants actually from the Latrobe, Derry, and Greensburg area.
Perfect.
But by visiting the special event website we have, MrRogersFamilyDay.org, you'll be able to find the full schedule of activities in addition to all of the participating restaurants from this restaurant week as well.
Great.
Yeah, and then kind of going throughout the week, on Tuesday we're featuring the farmers market, and we have a special story time with the Adams Memorial Library in the park. Of course, we have our monthly shop hop night, which is themed to this event. That's taking place on Wednesday from 4 to 7. We'll have some live entertainment as well downtown, which is really great. On Thursday, we have some crafts and things by WQED coming in, nice. And they will be hosting that at the Art Center. And the Chamber of Commerce is also doing a special children's book giveaway.
Oh, that's special. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited.
So there's lots and lots of things. And then Friday, we have a special presentation being shown by the Latrobe Area Historical Society. And then Friday night, we are showing the award-winning Saving Amelia film, which was created and produced by Matt Fridge, who's the owner and founder of Headspace Media in Latrobe.
Yes.
So it's really cool because during the pandemic, he and his two daughters created this film out of their house.
Wow.
And it's now been nominated, I think, for an Emmy.
Oh my gosh.
It's won some awards from other film festivals. It's really, really becoming a popular film. So we're showing that Friday night on June 10th at Latrobe WCCC at 6:30, and then Saturday is the big finale day. Where
as if there wasn't enough already, Saturday is the big to do of the week.
Yes, Saturday's huge. We have so much going on. We're shutting down parts of Ligonier and Main Street in Latrobe, and filling it with different street activities,
so fun.
Including like a big blow up obstacle course. Daniel Tiger and Katarina Kitty Cat will be making their return.
My son will be very excited about this.
Yes, they'll be there for photo ops. We're having pony rides, hay rides, barrel train rides.
Oh my gosh.
Downtown Latrobe scavenger hunt, a magic show, a fish pond.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so much going on Saturday.
Michael, thank you so much. And we actually have run out of time talking about all these things. I am so excited. Just really special ways for the whole community to come together and celebrate this summer.
Yes.
Thank you for your time this morning.
Of course, thank you.
All right, please check out Latrobe Art Center at latrobeartcenter.org, and you can find them on social media. And for special information about the week of Mr. Rogers Family Days, you can go to MrRogersFamilyDay.org. That's all we have time for today. Be sure to stay safe and healthy. Take some time to visit and enjoy our Westmoreland County cultural and historic sites and events. And of course, be sure to check out St. Vincent College and all its recent accomplishments. Follow Westmoreland Heritage on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out all of our information on westmorelandheritage.org. This has been Jessica Petrovich, your Discover Westmoreland director and host for Heritage Happenings here on 98.7 Westmoreland Gold, 1480 WCNS, and westmorelandgold.net, sponsored by St. Vincent College. Heritage Happenings is also available as a podcast on all of your favorite streaming services. I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Until next time.
How will your college experience transform you? How will you learn to make a difference in your life and the lives of others? At St. Vincent College, we attract high-achieving students who quite naturally place we ahead of me. A small college like St. Vincent gives you more access to the opportunities that will shape your future.
At St. Vincent College, we succeed together.
Together.
Discover the power of we. Learn more now at stvincent.edu.